language for Android app development, you all know. So what the Jetpack Compose thing is, just if anyone of you know about Flutter, so what Flutter is? Flutter actually that where we can write our UIs in a same language. So Kotlin comes with the same idea that previously, let me give some brief introduction about Android. Why Compose is actually needed. We all must know that at first. So previously, what was happened that previously in XML, previously there was two component. One was code component. One was like let me show you something at first. So is my screen visible, right?
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Okay. So previously, what was happened that so it the Android Studio is our official ID. So previously, what was happened that sorry, let me close that. Hmm. Okay, let me show you from there. This kind of things is called XML. Okay, and let me close that. And here, okay, some any application. Let me show you. So previously, what was happened that there exists a class file where we write the Java or Kotlin code, and there exists a layout file where we actually design that kind of layout. So after that, what we need to do that we have to merge these two things. Then we can update some data and all. But now Kotlin comes with a new idea that where we can write both this UI thing, this is the UI thing, and the logic thing where we can put the logic after clicking on a button. If we want some addition, okay, so 2 plus 2 equals to, let's say it's giving 4. So after clicking on the button, so this plus operation is occurring. So that kind of logic we actually write here. So I will explain everything. So here comes the power of the Jetpack Compose, that it everything, this thing and this thing, we can merge togetherly in only this place. So this is the main thing. Just keep it in mind. So first start with Kotlin, then we will come to Jetpack Compose. Okay. So is here every one of you know little bit about programming language, right? Should I consider that?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. So something. So there. Okay, can I not win that? Sorry. Okay. Okay. So let me start. So I am not presenting any kind of presentation and all, because you all can get this kind of information from internet, from anywhere, because it is available information. So I am not here for giving you anything special. This all exists here. Just I will show you something so that you can learn faster. So first, uh, before starting Kotlin, first let me show you how you can also start by learning by yourself, because it's important in development world, because no one here is can give you the spoon feeding. Okay, so uh, you guys can go to the Google and search for that compose codes. You can search for Jetpack compose codes and select this Android basics with compose codes. So here you can find the four pathway. So our goal is that to complete all of them. Okay. So in my fourth session, I can't explain everything about that. You have to go through all these things by yourself. Okay, and also some advanced courses also here. If you guys interested, keep contact with me. I will share with you. So basically, the minimal thing you required about Kotlin, you can learn from here. So introduction in Kotlin, then you can set up. Then what I have told you guys, that you will need an Android Studio as the official ID of Android app development. So here we will write our code and all. So you have to set up this Android Studio. Then we can build a basic layouts things all. So today my main focus is about the what which minimal thing is required for Kotlin, that thing, and after that I will explain a little bit about Jetpack Compose, and from next this session we will deep dive into the Jetpack Compose. Okay, so if you guys already installed Android Studio, it's good, but today mostly uh, the needed ID will be Kotlin Playground, and this ID you don't need to install in your local machine, because okay, so it's Android developers Kotlin Playground. You can open it from here. So you can see. So is my screen visible, right? So everything is visible, right?
Yes.
So first, let me quick brief overview about Kotlin. So Kotlin is a, you can say, a Pythonized version of Java. Because if someone of you know Java, you know that what the pain is to some for only print a particular thing, like system.out.println, right? So Kotlin makes it so simple. No class wrapping, nothing else. Just it start from the main function, and just see the magic. What we used to write in Java, that system.out.println for printing something. So here's simple. Just write println and print something. Let's say I'm printing my name. That's so simple. Run it. My name is printing. So it's simply, so I am considering you know basic of programming. Okay, so I am just covering the things that is needed. Okay, so that is here I am printing. So see how much code redundancy it reduced, right? So if I write something same thing here I need to type this thing, system.out.println. It is the syntax of Java, but this is not required for Kotlin. Okay, that's the magic. So before start that, in Java or C or C++, you guys know about the data type, right? So any one of you can me so tell me about what is data type in programming language? Anyone? Yes, Kotlin is similar to Java, and actually, what the thing is that if you guys know, and if any one of you deep dive in Java, so you may know that Java is based on JVM. JVM based model. So same is for Kotlin. The Kotlin code also run on JVM. Okay. So it's basically Java background. But if you have Java background, the Kotlin will be easier for that. So data types, what you were saying, there is a classification that detects that a variable or object can hold in computer programming. Yes, yes, similar to that. So there it is. Okay. Okay. So in Java, I am keeping reference with Java, but okay. And if you know C, C++, you also can keep reference from there. So some popular data types you may know, that one is int, float, double, and if you have used Java, then there exists one more thing, that is Boolean. Another thing is char. Okay. So int is basically a full form. Int basically defines integer. It determines integer. Float actually determines uh, the things that actually have precision value. Like like for integer kind of, for integer data type, you can hold only whole number like 1 2 3 4, but you can't store in integer 1.1. So for that reason, we need these two type of variable. These two type of variable, or so like 1.1 we can store here, also we can store here. So these two type, and Boolean is for storing only true and false. True and false. True and false storing for Boolean. And character is basically store one character. Like character we defines with a single inverted comma, and inside here we can write anything, a single character, like a, it may be a, it may be one. Okay, it is all are the character. So here is the difference between this and this. This is a character, okay, but this is an integer. So this is the differences. Okay. So basically, what happens? Uh, what happens? Whenever whenever we use this kind of variables, so why we needed a variable? Because let's say uh, I want to add 2 plus 3, okay, which obviously return me 5. So what I can do to do this thing, just in I will go to the Kotlin compiler, and I will print that. Okay, so print 2 plus 3. Okay. So if I run that, it will return me 5. But what happens if I want something like that, that I will be responsible for at runtime? I will give input 2 3 4 5. I will give input, and it will perform the plus operation. Then it means that I have to take value from user, because if you are developing a particular app, okay, so here you can't predefine that this is a calculator which only can plus 2 plus 3 5, because this will not work. And for a calculator, what actually happens, that actually user gives input, and compute, and the mobile compute that and gives the output to the screen. Okay, so it's basically happen. So things like that. So so therefore there we need some container where we can hold the data what user actually given to us. So what I am saying, let's say I am making two container. Okay, one container, first container, let's say second container. I am naming them, let's say A. I am naming them, let's say B. So here I am putting, let's say and I give user the freedom to, you can fill this container according to your choice. Okay, so let's say user gives here 5, and user gives here, and another input gives here 7. So we can simple And we can write a function like that. We take these two things from the container, we'll plus them and return to the output screen. So it's our simple flow. Okay. So for that, what we need, we need, we need, then what we need? We need to make these two container simple. So how can we make this container? For making this kind of container, so we have to define that what kind of data this container can hold. Because see, 5 and 7, these are integers. These are integers. So I can tell compiler that make an integer type container which can hold only integer data. And if I need 5.5, let's say, so I will tell compiler either make a float or double type data. And what is the difference between float and double? Float actually the float actually can store the overall precision value that is lesser than the double. You can think like that. Double can store a bigger value. Float can store lesser value. That's the thing. That range. The range is basically lesser of float than double. Okay. So whatever it is. So what I was, so that is basically I have created one container here, and I have told compiler that make two container for integer to hold integer type of data. So how can I tell this to Kotlin compiler, right? So in C or C++ or Java, you may be used like that, like integer A and integer B. Then you take some input from user and store them to A and B. Then simple perform the operation A plus B and return it. So in Kotlin, how can we do that? So in Kotlin, there has some special characteristic. Okay, so there is to declare. This is called that what when I am telling compiler the make and container. This is actually a variable declaration. Okay, so how can we declare a variable in Kotlin? Okay, so for Kotlin, here exist two different modifier, or you can say keyword. These two, val and var. So here is the simple syntax that val val or var, we can use any one of them, but there is a difference between them. I am coming back to that. So val a, let's say I'm giving val a of what kind of type I needed integer. For Kotlin, we always start from from capital. The variable name should be from capital. Okay, so int equals to something I can store 0. And let's say I am using var now for b, and using, let's say, same thing, int equals to some, I am storing something 0. And let's do hands on this thing. So have you understand till now what I have said? If any confusion, please tell. Okay. So the thing is that, like, if you can, so this is a variable declaration I am doing, that val, it's a keyword. Then I am saying that make a container named a, which is a type integer, int integer, and I am by default saving 2. Okay, by default I am saving 2. And here one thing is actually fascinating, that here we don't need any kind of terminator, where we used to use this thing in Java, C++, C, everywhere. But in Kotlin it is not required, as if you know Python, it's same like that. Okay. And for val, again I am creating another variable, let's say b, which similar. int. I am saving here 3. So it's B is a container of type int, and I am simple now. If I want to perform a plus operation from them, so simple print ln a plus b. So let me run that. It's giving 5. But still it is not satisfying my condition that I what I have told that user will give me input, not I. So here I am giving input here. So how I can define that user can give input here. So for dummy purpose in Java, there to take input, it's actually use the scanner class. So let me quickly do this thing. You don't need to worry about this thing. So I'm just showing you what actually happens. In and user gives input in C dot in title. Thing unresolved reference to scanner. Okay, okay. So I have to forward scanner. Now it should work. Expecting an element. I think this animation. Okay, because some kind of syntactical error is happening. Okay, so system dot in. Okay, okay, okay. Leave that thing. Don't need to worry about. It's actually confusing. Uh, okay, so just thing is that what I need that user will give me some input and I will put it here. So let me just quickly search uh, how to give input in because the same syntax happens for Java, but why it's not? Okay, leave that. No issue. So, how the variable declaration is happening? Do you guys understand how the variable declaration is happening? No, new will not work actually. Actually, the new keyword is not required for Kotlin. It's required for Java, and that same thing I have done, but somehow it's not taking. I don't know why, so I have to check it that. So leave it that way. It's actually taking time, so no need. Actually, a lot of thing I have to cover today. So till now you guys have understand what I have told that how a variable is declared and thing. Okay, okay. So the thing is there that I have created two variable. Okay, so one is a container and another one is let's say B container. So what I am doing here, I am simple printing two plus I'm simply printing A plus B. So which is returning me. Okay. So in the min of the code, if I want to change, now I am thinking that the by default is I have put it here in the container. I have put it in the container 2, but I am thinking no, I want to put here 5. Let's say. So I am assigning age value to 5. Now I am running, but it is saying that val cannot be reassigned. So here comes the difference between val and var. So if I change val to var, now it will allow me to change the value in runtime. And see, the output is coming. So what is the difference between var and val is that if you define something val, it's similar to Java's final. If you define something val as any if you're giving any variable as val, so it will cannot be reassigned. But if you defining any variable with var, it will be reassigned in the runtime. Okay, but or you can say in later on. In later on the code, you can also define that value. Okay. So these all things from variable. And now I am quickly coming to the function, how functions are declared, because I am not going too much into the programming thing. I will go for the compose thing. So programming fundamentals you all guys know. So I should not take care of that much. And now what is needed? That function declaration in Kotlin. So let me quickly show you something. So for function declaration, so for okay, so for function declaration, first let me show you some syntax. Okay, so in previously in Java, in C, or in C++, you guys have declared function in like that a returning statement here, like if a function is returning some integer value, that is int, um, let's say get id, one function is, and here you can pass some parameters if needed, and then this is the syntax. Okay, so here is the return type, here is the function name, here is we can pass some parameters, or when we will call the function, we can pass some arguments there, and after we perform something for the function in this block, and then if after execution everything, we return something with return keyword. As this return type is int, so we have to return a integer value. So okay, so I am, let's say I am returning -1. So this is a simple syntax you have done. So I am writing same syntax in Kotlin. Just see what's the difference. Okay, you guys can understand. So first I have to give a keyword fun. The fun keyword actually tells Kotlin compiler that it's a function. So make a function, make a allocate a space for operating function. Okay, fun. Then the name of the function, that is get id here, and as I'm not passing anything here, so I am giving the empty parenthesis. Okay, then the return type I have to return like that. But I have told that every variable here, every data type here, actually I have to write in Pascal case. So Pascal case is basically that this kind of thing, like my name is Sitam. So my name is Sitam. Okay. So here you can notice that every word, every new word is starting with a capital letter. It is called Pascal case. And another two cases also exist. That is, one is uh, Pascal case and one is Camel case. That is, that will start like this: my name is, and so on. So you can see that for in Pascal case, and it's called Camel case. For Camel case, first word start with small letter, and remaining things, the word's first letter will be capital letter. That's the Camel case. And another one case is called snake case. Just for your information, I am showing this thing. My name is Sid. So you can see that what actually I if the all the letters in a word are all are small case and separated by a underscore. Okay, so it's called snake case. So it is obviously it's a Pascal case, int starting with capital letter. So here I am giving the variable data, the return data type, then similar remaining things are similar, return whatever is needed. So this is a quick thing. Okay, so so this is the syntax to write function in Kotlin, and also Kotlin supports some more thing, like if you are defining a function in Kotlin, like suppose get ID in Kotlin as a parameter, we can pass another function. Like I am passing parameter a, let's say I'm passing parameter a of type int, and I can pass here another function, that how I will show later on. I can pass as a parameter of function. Okay, then if anything we need to perform, then we can give it here. Okay, so understood till now? uh,
Sitanda, I think we have a question by Shonaru Bunia.
okay,
Uh,
okay, please. What's where is?
yeah, that one.
So can we make Android application through GNU Unix kernel, which comes with most Linux distros? Actually, I don't know about this. See, the Android application, if you want to make, can you give a quick overview what is this thing? Because you have to build Android application. For native Android application, you need Android Studio. Simple. So another tools I don't think support that. And one more compiler is there, that is IntelliJ IDE. You can build with that.
Yeah, I also think that we can't use the GNU kernel. We have to use the Android Studio.
Because see, actually Android is built on the kernel system, because it is a Linux based operating system, and it's a wrapper. You can see, you can tell that Android is a wrapper over Linux. But but what here we are doing, here we are not doing, what we are not making Android, we are making Android apps, right? So Android apps basically, uh, let me clarify this thing. So there exist some kind of layers, you can say. Better I can, if I can show you a picture. Yes, it is. Network may be slow. Okay, is it visible if I enlarge this thing?
Yeah, it's visible.
Readable, right? Actually, what I am saying, that is it readable. Just think like that. Here are some layers over Android. Okay, so this whole thing makes your Android phone. It with this whole thing, your Android phone is made. Okay, so at the downmost thing, the Linux kernel comes. Then over that a hardware abstraction layer comes. If I can tell you a history, at the time of Android 1, 2, 3, when till Android 4, okay, 4 was the KitKat version. Till that, this had a hardware abstraction layer was not there. Okay, at that time, what was actually happened that the libraries can directly access Linux kernel and these things, and in between the hardware abstraction, it comes with the permission thing. So these permissions, that when the concept of hardware abstraction layer comes, then the permissions, we can start taking the permissions after that. And here today, what we are focusing on building applications, which is this layer, far more than Linux layer. Because if we made an application, this will access this application. Through this application, we can access the application framework, and application framework can access library, library can access hardware abstraction layer. But this all done by Android operating system itself. We by application cannot direct access Linux kernel, or even in this layer we cannot, as a user we cannot access this layer. So this thing happened, this thing actually manipulated by Android operating system. Okay, so Sarnaroop, is it clear for you that why we can't directly build Linux kernel? Because here we are actually can say that we are learning Android app development, not Android development. Okay, Android development is the kernel level, you can say the kernel level thing. Okay, so should I proceed or?
Yeah, please proceed.
Okay, so where I was, I have told you. Okay, so I have told you the syntax of the how function syntax of the Kotlin, and everything is clear, right? So guys, your task will be complete this introduction to Kotlin thing, set up with your Android Studio, and if you want, can start this layout. And definitely, if you want to explore Jetpack Compose, you have to complete all the four pathway. Okay, so you will get the basic understand and basic overview that how Jetpack Compose works in Android apps. So let me start with now Jetpack Compose. So previously, I have shown you that for written a particular UI. Let's say this is an UI, and to design that we have to write a kind of long code, and this is a separate file. This is a separate language called XML. You have to learn that. Then you have to code on that. Then you have to merge this thing with your logical part. Then you can start putting data on your on your UI. So it's a long process. So what Kotlin tells that, for what Kotlin now saying that, forget about this thing. Forget about this thing. You don't have to design it by yourself. Leave it to ourselves. So Jetpack Compose comes with the idea of declarative UI approach. What is declarative UI approach? Comes with declarative UI approach. Okay. Previously, what I have shown that in XML, that was basically imperative UI approach. That was called imperative UI approach. Okay. So, what's the difference between declarative UI approach and imperative UI approach? So, in declarative UI approach, here we don't need to care about that how my XML will be look like, and how I can manipulate that, when to visible it, when to not visible it. I don't need to care about this thing. Here, in Kotlin code itself, we simply declare that I need a text. Let's say uh, this thing. Only think about this actual thing. So let's say I am telling for here for here I need to make a text view. Okay, so text view is like that where we can show the text. Okay, so here I am making the text view. So here I have to define how it should look like, how its size should be, how much bold it should be, and I have to made it static. Then after that I can I can start putting data from the logical part. So here I have to make it separate. But in compose saying, you just simply declare what you need. Let's say I am needing a text. So simple define that. You need a text. And after that, tell me what actual things you needing. You needing a pad. You needing a padding. A padding. What is padding and everything? I am coming. So you need some margin. You need some blue color on the text. Just tell me this thing. Just declare me, and I will create UI for you. And in imperative approach, you should take care of your UI, and you should take care of how to handle of your UI. And here the handling is totally taken care by Jetpack Compose. So that's the difference. Okay. So now, how we can start learning Jetpack Compose? So first you have to learn Kotlin, obviously. Now, today I will show you that how you can start with Jetpack Compose by creating a small project. Okay, so first let me create a small project here. So first close me everything. Let me close. So if you open up your Android Studio first time, so this something like this it will be looking, and create on click on new project, then select empty compose project and next, and give a relevant name here for your project. Let's say I am giving demo, not demo project. I think this time this is only one thing is here. So no, just uh, pack demo. Let's say giving it jetpack demo, and this is called package name. I'm giving, uh, do you guys bother about what package name is? Anyone? Have you ever seen what is we all use applications in our daily life, like we all are using WhatsApp, we all are using Instagram in daily basis, right? So have you ever noticed what is package name is? I
Yeah,
Okay. And any one of you others? Okay, let me show you if you have not noticed yet. So let's go to Play Store. So here I am, let's say, and I'm searching WhatsApp. When I am clicking on WhatsApp, have you noticed? Just notice this URL. Okay, when I am clicking on WhatsApp, it is saying that it's this application ID is com.whatsapp, and you find in Play Store you find that only com.whatsapp is only the package available for WhatsApp Messenger only. No other application is there which is saying that its package name is com.whatsapp. So what we basically say, that basically we can say that package name is the identity of your application. But we can make with this particular package name our own app, because if I come here I can give it com.whatsapp. No one here to complain. and give it download WhatsApp. See, no error is occurring. But what will happen after building your application when you are going to publish your application in Play Store will say you, no, this package name is already exist, you can't use that. So therefore, your package name should be unique every time. Keep it in mind. So for here, I am giving example dot let's say anything jetpack. So this is my but what which application I'm going to make for this application. This is a particular ID or you can say okay. So package name should be unique, and here we can say that you can choose that where you want to store your project. Okay, so and here comes the API minimum SDK level. So SDK level means for which Android version you are targeting. That you are saying that I am targeting minimum version of Marshmallow or Android 6. So before Android 6, my application will not work. So if I give Marshmallow as my minimum SDK version, so I will not able to run this application on KitKat version. Okay, so that's the thing. And here it's actually showing that if you select Marshmallow, then till the date, how much user you will get up and up to Marshmallow, because till now the Android 13 is going to launch. So from Android 13 to Marshmallow, there is already 96.2 users, which is actually huge. Okay, and it should be ideal that we all should start building application from Marshmallow itself, because in this date, and I don't think any one of you is using KitKat or Android 5, so it makes sense. So after that, just start the project and give some time. It may take some time. Here the Gradle is building. So Gradle is something that where you can say all the properties of your application, and that what kind of library you are going to use. That all things are written here. So I will show you. So just first give some time to create, and the time for building the whole Gradle thing, it may take some time for your device. It depends actually on your device to device. So keep patience. Okay. So first, let me show you a tour about that how you are going to use Android Studio and how you can start everything. So here in this section, you can see a manifest section, you can see a Java section, you can see a resource section. Okay, RES for resource. And here is the Gradle thing, what I was talking about. So in the manifest section, here actually comes all the apps metadata. So what's actually here exists, that all the permission we needed, like a runtime permission, you can say the storage permission, internet permission, or you can say any kind of permission, whatever is needed, that actually tells here. What icon of the app I am going to use, that will be told here. What the package name of my application, that will be told here. Everything, and if I make any particular activity, what is activity and thing I am coming into that. So every detail will be there in the Java thing. These two things for testing purpose, avoid these two things for now, and it is beyond of our scope of this particular training program. So let's come here. So we will concentrate on this UI.theme and this main activity. So UI.theme, here comes something not focus now. I will come to next sessions on that. And here comes one activity, main activity. So what is that activity now? activity is basically, uh, you guys, we are using an application on daily basis, right? So whenever we click on an icon of an on our phone, and when an application opens, that the whole things, which opens and which opens, and all the button, we are clicking on the button, something is happening, and this all are happening because of this activity thing. And a lot of things are there, don't focus on that right now. just just think like that, whenever we click on a particular icon, an activity opens, then on this activity we perform some tasks. That's a simple thing. So his activity, our activity is responsible to build an UI and do the, and also with according to UI, to do the logical things. Okay, so the activity is responsible for. So this is the activity, and here some code snippets is auto-generated. I am coming to the code snippet beforehand. Before that, I am giving you the code overall and the studio overview. So here is a drawable section. In the drawable section, all the images we are going to use for our app, and all the designs we are going to use for our app, we will put to the drawable thing. The bitmap section, in the bitmap section, the when the like when you open WhatsApp, the WhatsApp has its own icon, right? uh, are, are you all aware about that? Like this icon, so it actually shows on our phone screen, right? So uh, that that kind of icons should be mentioned in the bitmap section. The value section, there comes some colors, strings, themes, and these all are responsible for some color value, the what kind of color we are going to use for. If we are going to use some kind of string, then we will use the string thing. And theme is basically is we are going to use a day theme or night theme, this kind of thing we actually define here. And for example, this new for the Jetpack Compose purpose, these new things are actually given, and though you don't need to care about that. Just these things is actually will help you. And for Gradle, there are many things, but you only need to for now care about these two things. This is a project level build Gradle, and this is a module level build Gradle. So for the project level build Gradle, here actually what we give the version name, application version name, the Android, the Kotlin version name, everything is defined here. The Compose version name, the basically we are using Jetpack Compose, so there should be a Compose is basically, you can say, a particular library which of Android which we are using here. So it's Compose is not everything about Android. Compose is just a you can say a library for Android. Okay, so it has its own version name. So all are defined here. So and for there the for the module level, here actually for this project, what kind of extra library we are going to use, that are defined here, that all the implementation are defined here. So don't need to think about pretty much thing on that. And just come to there. Now come to the main activity, coming to the main activity. So before starting that, uh, is it okay with you guys? Anywhere any confusion, any question if comes to your mind, so please tell me. So from next phase, I am going to show you the Jetpack Compose thing, that actually what it is and how it is happening. Any question? Okay, okay. So going I'm going to show you then. So for today, I am just closing everything with this main activity and auto-generated code. From next day, we will start writing our own compose on Jetpack Compose thing. Okay. So for now, just just view, just let me show you these things what are auto-generated. Okay. So I have explained all of you the syntax of the function, how we can write function in Kotlin, right? So what is the syntax? That fun keyword should be there. Yes, a fun keyword is there. So if there is a fun keyword, obviously I can say it is a function. So greeting is a function. So obviously greeting is the name of the function, and uh, we are here inside the parentheses we are passing some argument, and obviously is a string type of argument. Okay, so the name is a container which can holds a string type of data. So you all guys are know what is string. If anyone of you don't know what is string, don't hesitate, you can tell me. Okay, so I'm considering you all know what is string and these things. So it's basically very basic thing. So okay, no issue. So so it's a function which are taking a parameter called name, which are type of string, and passing this name to a text. So text means something that I can expect that text is something which can print text in, at pretty self-explanatory, right? Like text, what text should we can think about that. It should show a text just in our screen. It should show a text. So it is for that it's a text, and what everything I am coming, and inside that here we are calling another function called text. Okay, so in text function parenthesis we are passing that particular parameter what we are taking, and with hello ampersand annotation, and what is actually happening here. So do you guys aware about string concatenation in anywhere like C++, Kotlin, Java, string concatenation? If anyone don't know, please tell me. What is string concatenation if you don't know? Okay. So yes, yes, yes. Actually, joining of string. So I am taking reference from Java and showing you how we can achieve this thing on Kotlin. So in Java, what was there? Let's say it's a string. There was a string like I am, and there's a string like Sitam. So if I need to concatenate these two string, I need to use this a plus operator. Okay. So if I doing this, it's actually meaning that the it wholly it will come like that. So it is concatenated now. So the same thing in the same way I can do in Kotlin. Okay. But now think like that. I have a variable. Let's say I have a string type of variable. String type of variable A. So here I have given now my name, Sitam, as stored. Now how can I concatenate this with I am in Java? So I have to just simply I am I have to put the I am string. Then with plus I will give A. This will do my task. But in Kotlin, it actually it's simply easier, little bit more easier than Java. How? Like in this way you can also do this thing. But Kotlin introduced a new thing, that is we can define, we can concatenate a particular variable with string inside inside that string itself. So just I have to write I am, then an dollar sign, then my variable name, and my task will be done. So I am showing you that thing. Let's say I am making a variable a of type string, type string of uh, my name. Now doing same thing, print ln I am, just give the dollar sign, and now if I run this, see, this thing is concatenated. And it's actually simpler. It's actually simpler that we don't need to care about the plus thing. Then if space somewhere, space can be missing. That I have to do it manually. So it's a hectic task. So it's actually pretty much simpler in Kotlin. And one more thing I have forgotten to show you guys. Like if I remove now the variable name, no sorry, if I remove the data type of a particular variable, what do you think? Should it will it work or not? What do you think? Will it work or not? Just your opinion. Okay, Alapan is saying yes. Anyone? Any guess? Okay, okay. So, so let's run it and we can see if it's work or not. Yes, it's working. So it means Kotlin has some power that it can detect the variable type automatically. So that makes Kotlin special. So Kotlin compiler, in its compile time, it can detect what kind of variable is assigned to it. So we don't need every time to specify the variable name. Let I am I am declaring it as int, giving two. Okay, but if I remove int and run it, then also it is two. Okay, so it's actually automatically detecting that it is an integer type. So it is taking two. So this is a thing, and some more things are in Kotlin there, but I will cover on with Jetpack Compose things. So I am not going to that thing, which you should need to know. And yeah, so now coming to the code thing. So it's basically a function syntax. But if here any peculiar thing you are observing, any peculiar thing in the function name, I am saying. Let me little bit zoom it for you. So here in the function name, anything peculiar you guys are noticing? That what we actually don't use in general convention. Anything you have noticed? Anyone? No, it is Kotlin syntax. I am saying about the function name. Anything we are doing like that? What we actually don't do? Yes, yes. We don't start with a capital letter. I guess. Yes, yeah. Yes, actually. So in general, nowhere we start a function name with a capital letter. It's a general convention. Okay, keep it in mind if you are coding on Java, C, C++, anywhere. Okay, even in Kotlin itself. So a function name should not start with a capital letter except composable functions. So what is composable functions? A function, if it is annotated with a composable annotation, it's called composable function. So what is that composable annotation? So composable annotation is adding some extra, is giving some extra functionality to my function and saying to the Kotlin compiler that this function is responsible to generate UI. Okay, so any function in compose which is annotated with composable, it is basically a capable function which can generate UI. Okay, so here, how it is generating UI? It is generating UI via a text function, right? So it is generating via text function. So if I show the code of the text, see, text is also a composable function. So it's kind of similar. So you can think it is like that. A composable function can call another composable function only. So in this text cannot be called. This text cannot be called just outside of that set content, because this set content, if you see the set content, it's a component, it's a part of the component activity which takes a composable. Okay, so what is these things are now, you don't need to know. Just think like that, one information, just keep one information in mind. What is that one information? If, let's say, it's a composable function C, a composable function can only be called via another composable function only. Okay, so outside any other composable function we cannot call. So let me show this to you. So in main activity, if I remove this composable annotation, okay, I have removed. Now see, it is giving error because I have called from a general function. It's a general function, it's not a composable function because I removed the composable annotation, and it is trying to call another composable function which is not allowed. So this these things you have to keep it in mind. So if I come little bit down here, so what here the same thing is written, like the greeting function. Here also default, just function name is different, default preview. And here another thing is like, here is jetpack demo theme. What is that theme and all? Don't think now. You don't need to think in this section. Uh, Tomorrow or maybe after that day, I will explain. So don't need to think about. So here I am, what actually I am calling greeting. So this is the function which is generating UI. I am calling it from here. Also see, sorry, sorry. Also see, I am calling, this is the function I am calling it from main activity. From main activity I am calling it. Also I am calling it from the preview section. So what is the difference? So I have told you main activity is responsible for app launching in your mobile. So if you, whenever you are building this application on your mobile, okay, on your mobile, so uh, then whatever you have written inside main activity, that will comes up. But then what is the use case of this thing? So see, with composable annotation, it is also annotated with a preview annotation. And in the preview annotation, it actually shows us, sorry, let me split it up. So it actually shows us the design. So if you want to show that what design it is giving to us, you can see it from here by building this. Sorry, it's taking, the session is taking a little bit longer. So just give me some more 10 minutes. So I can show you the minimum basic things for now. See, here is the default preview, what the name I have written, the preview name, you can say, and here comes the preview. Okay, here comes the preview. And how we can test it on the real device. So let me show you this also. Okay, do you guys know how we can test this kind of application on our particular emulator or any virtual device or any real device? Do you know how to set up? Uh, okay. Actually, I forget what I have kept my code. So in Android Studio, first let me show you. If you don't have access for for an Android. Let's say you are making an application for Android 12, but you don't have Android 12. What you can do? So from Android Studio, there has an option. So here in this section, you will find Device Manager. When you go to there, you can create your own device. Actually, you can choose any device of any range. Let's say you want to make a virtual. Here you can make an actually a virtual device. So you can select a particular screen size accordingly. Let's say I am taking 5.7. Then you have to choose a particular Android version, whatever you want to use. So if you want anything like, so these all are the API level. So you can search all the API level accordingly, and all the Android API, these all are like that. Like Android 12, its API level is 31. So if you want Android 12, so you can select this, and whenever you will click on next, uh, all the downloads will be there, and then your virtual device will be ready to use. Like I have created two devices, one for Android 12 and one for Android 6, and you can see the difference. One is for 66.2 GB, and another one is for around 10 GB. So if I run this application on my Android 6 device. Okay, so to run this, I have to click on there. So this is how you can set your virtual device here, and for USB thing, I can show you this right now because I don't have the just a minute. Yeah, I can show you. So always give some time to build a Gradle. After Gradle build will be finished, then that application will run on your device. So maybe virtual device is run out there somewhere. Where is the virtual device? Yes, you can see it's similar to our phone, and it's pretty much similar to our phone. And after Gradle build will be over, whenever, then the installation will be done. Here, but if you have your computer in with minimum specification, then I will not suggest you to use emulator because it will take a lot of memory. Then what you can use, so that for that, so see, that's our first application, and we are done with it. We have installed our first application. And if I come back and see what I've installed, where it is installed, yeah, here it is, the Jetpack demo. So if I click on this application, that comes the first screen, that is our main activity, and here we simply written a text here. So I am not explaining anything more for today, just I am showing that how can you set up now your actual device. Okay, so for that you will need an USB. You have that I use. Sorry. So in your USB, whenever you connect with your phone, you will get connected. Then let me show you my phone screen. Aniruddha, sorry, what kind of device link you are needing? Oh, it's taking my. I need to off. So you have to connect with your internet, and then uh, do you guys know now how to enable your developer option for your phone? These things I think you guys know. So this the thing. So whenever you will enable, you have to enable your developer option. So let me just quickly show you. So this is my phone screen. Just go to your about app section. So here my developer option is open, and if you don't have enable your developer profile, then just search accordingly that how you can, like for my phone, the developer option is already enabled, so I don't need to enable it. And you can give a quick Google search that how you can set up Google the developer option for your mobile. And whenever your developer option will be enabled, you need to take care of this thing. That is, you have to enable that USB debugging thing. And after connecting, obviously after connecting the USB, so USB debugging thing you have to enable. So whenever you have enabled your USB debugging, then see in your Android Studio, it will automatically detecting. It is automatically detecting my device. So now if I run this for my device, so let's wait for some time and see what happens. So it's actually showing my phone. So Gradle building has finished, and it's going to install. So yeah, you can see that our first application has built on and tested on the real device. That is my Samsung J8 device. And if I turn on the light mode, you can see the light mode. And if I turn on the dark mode, that was before, you can see the dark mode and everything. It is happening for this theme section. But I have told you that I will tell you later on. Okay, so for today it is enough. And okay, so let's see on the next sessions also. And in meantime, you guys start doing these things. That is Android basics. This four pathway, there is four pathway, and you should complete. If you should complete from last, from starting from here and to last. And if you follow this, you will get a solid understanding on Jetpack Compose, no doubt, for sure. So that's it. So how you feel, like how Jetpack Compose can help? So if you have any question, obviously, please ask. Yes, just build on your just tap on your build number 7 times and your developer option will be enabled. So find where your build number is written, and that's it. Yeah, thank you. Okay, if any questions, if you have, you can directly ping me on anytime, and I suggest you all to start doing this Android basics in with Kotlin. And is Alapon share? Have you shared this with them?
Yeah, I've shared in the chat box, and I will reshare this in the WhatsApp group also.
Okay, okay. So I have not created any PPT and all, and I don't think it is needed because it's an hand-on session, and you should know how to build rather than seeing on the PPT. So that's my main motto, that be everything on a hands-on thing. So that's it. Okay, so Alapan, have you? Can you please open up your camera so that I can take a screenshot?
Yeah, yeah. Just give me a minute.
Achha, Alapan, can you give access to all of them to so that they can open up their camera?
I guess that's not possible right now because I've already started the meeting. But
Okay.
I can do one thing. Uh, uh, I don't think I can give them access right now. But
Achha, okay, okay, no issue, no issue. Just you can open your camera.
yeah, yeah, just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure. Guys, you also guys can if you learn something new and if you are excited about, you can take a screenshot and put on your LinkedIn profile that or in your Twitter or social media handles that, and tag
Yeah,
us. Don't forget to tag us, obviously. GDSC, GCECT. So yeah, that's it.
thank you, Sitanda, for this amazing session. I hope
Yeah.
everyone learned many things in this session, and I will request everyone to join the next session, which is tomorrow from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. I have
Yes.
already shared the RSVP link in the WhatsApp group, so please do check
So
it.
from next day we will start Jetpack composting and we'll start coding on that and we will build some beautiful apps, small apps, obviously. So
Yeah,
let
thank you.
let's see you with you all tomorrow. So bye.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. We'll end the
Okay.
session right now. Okay.